Now I just need to tell people about it. Let's see who all might jump on or who might not. I am here for story time. Let's see. I have one person here. Hi. I have story time, but I need to share the link real quick to tell some people that we're out here having fun. So bear with me. I have a really exciting story to tell. But hang on with me, okay? Because I want someone to hear the story. Give me just a second. Of course, it's one word. And I want to copy that too. My goodness, all the things, all the things. I'm so excited. I have to tell you guys about what happened today. But give me just a second. And if you're here hanging out with me and you want to hear story time, drop a comment so I know that you're here. And since it's a holiday, I might give away a few more calendars from Stacy and her amazing photography skills. I don't expect a whole lot of people to show up because this, again, I love doing random, so it's all good. Bear with me. Happened during my volunteer shift. See, this is what happens when I have to manage all this myself and somebody can't do it for me. There's one. Okay. So we'll give that just a second to see if anybody shows up while I sip on my tea with fun stuff in it. I did not close my studio/office door, so you might be able to hear what's downstairs. But I have a really, really super exciting story to tell, and I want to share it. And if I might get emotional because this was just almost kismet, one of those things that just happen that kind of knock you off your feet a little bit. And let me go one more place. Group. If I could spell. There we go. Okay. I shared it enough places. I don't expect a whole lot of people to jump in and join me today. But what happened today was so crazy that I want to share the story. And I thought about sharing it while I was still at the aquarium, but they tend to not like that. So now that I'm home and in my own personal studio space, I'm going to share the story about what happened today during my volunteer shift at the aquarium. And it's been a holiday week. So the Georgia Aquarium has been absolutely nuts all week. I'm going to say I volunteered Monday, Tuesday. Hi, Andrew. Thanks for jumping on. Happy New Year. Um, I am in the middle of story time. This is going to be kind of epic. Um, but if you have anything to share, please do drop a comment. I'm here to chat for a few. I know you guys can't see out the window there, but we're meeting with our neighbors this evening just to do a little New Year's get together with the neighbors, and 2 of the neighbors we haven't even met yet, so, probably gonna be an interesting evening. But let me tell you about what happened today. So, um, this really doesn't have a good position. The aquarium has been absolutely insane all week. The level and number of people that have been at the aquarium because, A, people are out of town visiting family for the holidays. People have been stuck at home, kids are out of school, parents aren't working. A lot of people just don't work the last week of the year because they're off with kids with school and all that jazz. I wanna say the numbers in attendance for the aquarium have been somewhere between 15,000 people to 20,000 people. I'm not saying that they hit those numbers every single day, but they definitely had days. Oh, look, we have a visitor. We definitely had days where we hit those numbers. And today, probably not as many people decided to show, and that's fine. It's New Year's Eve, people have plans, people are, going either to events or they have, plans with the family, and the numbers were expected to be somewhere around 5,000 in the reservations, and you never know what you're gonna get walk-in wise, so I'm sure they were on the other side of 5,000 people for today, but it was a short day. Aquarium closed, I think, at, like, 4. I was in the shark exhibit, which is called Predators of the Deep, and I was doing what's called a wayfinding position, which is essentially you're telling people to come in, keep moving, and giving them a preview of what is to come. So, unless people ask me questions when I'm doing the shark Predators of the Deep wayfinding position, unless people specifically ask me questions, when they get to the first viewing window, my speech is, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. There are 12 additional viewing windows in this exhibit. Some of them have floor to ceiling views. You have plenty of opportunities for pictures and videos. We just ask that there's no flash photography and that you have a good time because sharks are cool." That is almost my speech every single time that a group pauses in front of that first window at the shark exhibit. Now, if they ask questions, of course, I'm going to answer them. Kids have lots of, is that real? Are they going to eat the fish? They get excited. Oh my God, it's a hammerhead. So it's a fun spot to volunteer. Now, today I met someone special, and I want to give a shout out to her and her family. It was her birthday today, or is her birthday today. She turned 14 today, and her name is Roxanne. Now, Roxanne is probably a foot taller than me. Now, mind you, I'm 5'5", and now she's probably not an entire foot taller than me, but she's over 6 foot already at 14 years old. And Josie, hey, happy New Year! Thanks for jumping on. I am telling story time about what happened today during my shift at the Georgia Aquarium. So, this mom and her mom and this young lady walked up, and typically people will walk up to the window, they have conversation with their family, and, Roxanne's mom is wearing this really cool, bold pattern maxi dress that looked super comfortable. So, of course, I complimented her on her dress because that's totally something I would wear. And we ended up striking a conversation and where she got the dress and it looked comfortable. And Roxanne's wearing I'm aging myself again, the early 90s like overalls and a sweater, and the only thing she was missing is one of the straps over the shoulder, right? I mean, I'm literally aging myself. But, we were talking about clothes for a minute, and, then I kinda gave my spiel, while they were standing there chit-chatting. "Ladies and gentlemen, there are 12 additional viewing windows, throughout the exhibit for those of us who are vertically challenged, like myself. There are plenty of opportunities for pictures and videos. Please, all we ask is no flash photography and that you have fun because sharks are cool." Yes, Cassie, hello. Of course, we have our little visitor down here. And, we started talking after my little speech again, and, I said, "It's really fun to be in this particular spot in the aquarium because as a scuba diver, I love sharks." And Roxanne's eyes got as big as a dinner plate, and I mean, just like, "Oh my god, you're a scuba diver, holy cow." And the world suddenly stopped and imploded, and there was no I mean, there's hundreds of people, or at least a couple hundred people in the general area, and, time stopped, and Roxanne got excited because I was a scuba diver and that I started talking about scuba diving, and she's like, "I wanna scuba dive." And I'm like, "Well, if you stand here long enough, I will tell you all about scuba diving." And she just got so excited, and her mom got excited, and her grandmother got excited, and it was the coolest thing. This young lady just turned 14 years old and wanted to badly pick my brain about scuba diving and how could she figure out how to go learn how to dive, and what did I do and where did I dive. And I took out my phone, and she was like, "Can you show me pictures of you?" And I took out my phone, I pulled up my Facebook page, and I showed her a picture of me in my rebreather and at Paradise Springs, and her you could just see the gears turning. And I mean, I can't tell you, the grandmother just kept saying, "This was so meant to happen. We were meant to be here and be at this spot at this time." And the mom was, like, totally mind blown, and I'm like, "You as a young lady, if you want to get into scuba diving and you feel like diving is going to be for you. I can connect you to the shops and get you to the instructors and show you the right places and the right people." And they were a Black family, and I'm like, "I can even connect you to people who are in, the Association for Black Divers because representation matters." And you could just see the light and the love and the light bulb go off in this family's faces, that I even acknowledged that that existed and that there was a place for them and their culture in diving, and that that existed. Like, wow, this was amazing. And, I talked about how to go get certified, and who we all hang out with, and when we dive here in the state of Georgia, how it's not that exciting. We can go dive in Lake Lanier, which is kind of like a mud puddle, and the mom's like, "Oh, ha ha, we can go look at dead bodies, right?" And I'm like, Lake Lanier is not that exciting that people want to dive in it all the time. But there's a bunch of us, when we want to go dive or get desperate to get underwater, that will go do like the quarries in the area. You drive a couple of hours this way or drive a couple of hours that way, and you go see, the things that people have sunk in the quarries, like fire trucks and cars and airplanes and things that get us under the water because we're in an area where it's just not easy to uh, get underwater and see wildlife naturally. And, that excited her. "Holy cow, we can go dive in a quarry. I know that's cold, but I would love to go do that." And we talked about how, there's the some of the shops in the area you can get on a bus and go down to Key Largo. And she's like, "I just wanna learn." And she was so excited and so, like, amazed that she met someone who scuba dives, that she couldn't get enough information from me, and her family was excited for her that they made this connection. And I told them about our teeny tiny little minor channel here on the YouTubes, 'cause, who I gotta share, right? And then we talked about, Scuba Girls of Georgia, we talked about Scuba Girls International, and talked about how being able to connect with other females in the dive community and how we could be there to support her as she's growing up in the dive community. And she's 14 years old and she's like, after I get certified, can I dive here at the aquarium? And I'm like, there's a volunteer program after you get certified, and you can, once you turn 18, you can be a part of the volunteer program and dive if that's what you so desire. And you can be a part of the volunteer program. Before you get certified, you can dive at the Georgia Aquarium once you're open water certified in Ocean Voyager, and how excited she was about that. She was like, the big tank, the really big tank. I'm like, yes, the big, big environment over that on the other side where all the critters are. And she was excited about that. And I'm like, all you have to do is be open water certified. You can go dive in the Ocean Voyager. And then we talked to mom about mom diving and mom getting into diving and being a built-in dive buddy for her daughter so they could go anywhere and dive together. And it was just the coolest thing because you could see the light and the spark in her eyes. I can't tell you, like, the mom was lingering and didn't want to leave the conversation. And I'm like, guys, I could stand here and talk to you all day. You're more than welcome to stand here and stay with me and talk all day. But I really know you came to see the sharks and not me. So and we exchanged information. The grandmother took my number. And because we watched, and sitting right there, Roxanne had a button on her chest that said it's my birthday. And me and the grandmother literally bust into song and sing, they say it's your birthday. And I know, I'm sure tons of people watched and were like laughing and giggling and pointing, and I didn't care because this young woman, and mind you, again, she's like 6 feet plus to my 5'5". But she was just so elated that she met someone who was a female who dives, and she could do that too. And I told her, I said, Roxanne, if you get involved in diving and you get excited about diving and you become passionate about diving, this activity, this sport will take you countless places across the world, and you will meet some of the most fascinating people. And I started telling stories about all of the people that I've met. And, I told her that if she decides to go to, Key Largo to do her checkout dives, that I would get on the bus and go with her mom and her to finish her checkout dives. If she decided that she wanted to do it in the quarries, that I would go with them. I am just so excited for this young woman to get involved in diving, and the mom potentially get involved in diving, that she'll be able to give that passion back to somebody else, and maybe it'll be somebody her age, maybe it'll be somebody older, who knows? But she was just so excited that I can't even tell you how long they stood there and talked to me. But you could tell the mom just kept lingering and she didn't want to leave. And I'm like, you look like you are desperately wanting to hug. So do you want to hug? And we hugged it out with the mom. It was the coolest thing ever. And to be able to get involved and get passionate about diving and then share that with other people. I told her that when she finishes her open water certification, that if she was open to it, that I would interview her here on the channel. And that way she could be representation for other young women to get involved. And she can share that with her friends and share that with her family and be like, hey, look what I accomplished. Look what I did. And I want to find a way to give back to this young woman. If she gets into diving, I'm going to find a way to sponsor her. I talked about the Women Divers Hall of Fame and how they do scholarships, and that I obviously can't promise any of their money because I don't know how they hand out their money or how they manage their scholarships. But I would reach out and talk to some people and figure out what I could find out for them, because that's a mom and a daughter who now want to get involved and get engaged in scuba diving and want to go play underwater. And, instead of just being on the surface, go seeing what's underwater and being able to live that excitement that we see all the time, and how it can be something that will change her life forever. And I'm just so excited for her that I can't sit still. So I needed to come on and give a shout out to Roxanne and her grandmother and her mom. And I'm waiting for you guys to call me. So when you guys call me, I'm right here ready. Um, but I've been so excited and so literally sat in the car and almost cried after I left today because I was just so moved by her passion and excitement that I almost went live there, but, I feel like I needed to give myself some space and time and let that kinda set in and sink so I could talk about it with some forethought because I was a blubbering little mess today. Let's see, what have you guys said? Yes, hello, Dive Talk. Um, Woody is happy to hear this. I'm happy that you jumped in, Woody. Thank you so much for jumping in and saying hi. And I got to see Woody today. He cleaned the Archer exhibit, and I was talking to all the guests about. And I wasn't supposed to be there, but I did anyway. I was telling all the guests who were watching Woody and his dive buddy clean the Archer fish exhibit that what they were doing and about their surface support breathing system and how the umbilical cord it delivers all their air and how they have the emergency bottles on their back and if they really had a problem all they really needed to do was stand up but um it was a fun day today. Today was a good day at the Georgia Aquarium and I met another couple. I don't recall. I'm gonna totally forget their names, but, they were friends of Steve Thompson's, who is somebody we know, here locally in one of the dive shops, and he also is a, Georgia Aquarium volunteer for the dive team, and, I guess they were gonna come see him yesterday, but ended up coming today. I walked them all around the Ocean Voyager exhibit and, talked to them about all the opportunities that divers get, should they get on the dive team. They get to clean, the fun stuff. Um, but today was, an incredible, incredible day, and I cannot wait to see Roxanne and her mom and grandma again and bring them. Yes, Patrick, I see. So Patrick filled out his volunteer form today, and, hopefully we'll hear some more information about his volunteer orientation here soon, which will be cool. But it will change her life forever, Woody. I am so excited to, show her it. You can see it alive in her face when she talks about the ocean and talks about the water and talks about wanting to get underwater. That girl has ocean soul, and I cannot wait to see what she does. If I had a way to raise funds to help her fund her, um initial scuba education, I'm gonna figure out how to do that for her. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I'm gonna find a way to help her and her mom get the initial education and get certified. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. I really hope she is able to also, Andrew. I cannot tell you it is one thing to get excited about scuba and become an instructor because you are passionate about it, but when you see it in other people, it is a completely different experience when you're an instructor and you're seeing that light come alive in people's faces, which is the number one reason that I wanted to become an instructor. And I've watched people like Woody and like Steve Thompson and some of the other people here locally. You see the passion that they have for scuba and how they teach other people, and you just wanna become part of it. That was part of the reason decided to become an instructor, and they changed my life, and I just wanna give that back to somebody else. Now, I don't care if Roxanne learns with me, I don't care if Roxanne learns with somebody else here locally, I don't care where she learns, but she's gonna learn. I'm excited for her. The special powers will enhance her brain and the ocean soul will shine through and people will be attracted to her from that. It's very, very real. I could not agree more, Woody. You could feel it off of her. You talk about women in the ocean and how they are different. You could see this girl is made to be in the ocean. I cannot wait to see what she does. And I really hope that I hear from her grandmom and her mom. I know that the grandma, I believe, subscribed to my channel while we were standing there. at the shark exhibit, which totally tickled me to death. But, if I can build a community that makes her feel safe and she gets deeper and deeper involved and engaged in scuba diving, then I'm doing my job. Then I'm fulfilling my journey and my path and my destiny in the dive community. And we talked about everything from recreational diving and how that's cool. We talked about tech diving and women in tech diving and how there's even less women of color in tech diving, and how if that's somewhere that she goes, I will be her cheerleader. Her grandmother will be her cheerleader. Her mom will be her cheerleader, and we will be here to help support her change her life via scuba. This girl is going to do some things. I can feel it. I know it. I'm excited for her. And like I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to raise funds to try to help her and her mom get certified and get what they need to start this journey. I'm gonna go wash cars or something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. So what is everybody doing this evening? Happy New Year, by the way. I just want to tell you guys I'm not underwater today. Did I tell her about the aliens? You know what? We did not have a conversation about the aliens, but we did have a conversation about the sharks and how they are a number one key indicator about the health of the ocean. And if the sharks disappear, we're in trouble. We all, you will, Woody? Are you gonna? You're trying to make me cry? I'm Woody. I love you. I love you to death. You already know that, but I love you to death. I want to. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I really don't, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna talk to some people, and I'm gonna try to raise money to help her and her mom get certified. That that great. This I could see myself in this young woman and her excitement and how passionate she was about being in the water and wanting to be in the water. If I had someone do this for me at that age, I'd have done traveled the world already and already been diving and, training trainers, and who knows that my world would look completely different today had someone done that for me. And if I can pay that forward for her and her mom and her have that ability just to go scuba dive, I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna go sell, I don't know, pictures of my feet to try to help this girl. Oh my gosh, Woody, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, what a day. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to they have my number. They have my number, they have my Facebook information, they have the channel information, and, one way or another, I know that we'll reconnect because there's no way this girl's not scuba diving. She was that excited and that passionate, and you could see that mom was gonna find a way to do this. And, thank you. Thank you. Let me not cry. Let me have some more tea. So tell me, guys, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? My neighbor across the street and my little pain in the butt. Woody has a dog. I have a cat. We have 3 cats, but Cassie's my cat. Um, my neighbor across the street, his name is Matt. He decided that he was going to appoint himself the neighborhood coordinator this evening for our street, and pulled together a little get together in our cul-de-sac here this evening. And please let us know how we can help too. That's great, Woody. Josie, if you're willing to help also, I will put something together. I don't want to do like a GoFundMe. They take too much money. They pull fees and stuff. But let me do some research and I'll figure that out, whether you guys Venmo me or we go buy gift certificates at the shop that they're going to do it at. We'll figure that out. And remember, we are all divers. It's one dive community, and we are so very privileged to witness where we all originally came from. But it doesn't matter water. If you're a woman, man, black or white, you're absolutely correct. Underwater, we are all simply humans with the same vulnerabilities and potential. I completely agree. And I'm excited to see what this young woman does. I cannot wait. She is going to be one of those young divers who will she's gonna go from 14 to, you know, dive master in a few years, and then she's gonna be an instructor. I bet you. I will put money on it today that this girl's gonna end up being an instructor somewhere. Yes, Cassie. Yes, yes, yes. What do you still owe me a conversation about diving and health? Are you still willing to do that? I know you guys have an insane calendar. We'll put it in there somewhere in 2023. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy diving in 2023 and beyond. Yes, absolutely. I get the privilege of diving with or around or near Woody in about 2 weeks. Yes, I'm so excited. Are you heading out, Woody? I appreciate you so much. Andrew, we are headed to Florida. I think Woody and Gus are diving in one place, and me and Dave Reiser and Bill Mitchell are gonna dive other places because 'cause we're not cave yet. Yes, we will be in your neck of the woods. Myself and, Bill and, Dave Reiser, we're gonna do Paradise Springs, Beaufort Springs, Orange Grove, because 'cause they've not been, and I'm gonna take them to Jenny at the ballroom because 'cause they've not done that either. Um, the ballroom at Jenny, if you've not been, is probably a 15-minute dive total. Woo! It's something to experience, and if you've not done it, it's something to do. So we're gonna go get underwater and practice some skills and dust off our rebreathers for the year and get back in the water and start practicing all the drills that we've not been doing for the last couple of months. And hopefully this Friday, I will be released by my eye doctor to go dive because my eyes are doing wonderfully. And I did my LASIK at, Thomas Eye in Sandy Springs, Woody. I don't know if you're still here or not, but that's where I did it. I did the actual LASIK. We initially thought that I was gonna have to do PRK because of the astigmatism, but I ended up leaving my contacts out for almost 3.5 weeks. So my eye shape changed just enough for me to not have to do PRK. Now I will say that my distance vision is amazing. It is crystal clear. I can see really far, which is something that I've not been able to do since I was about 17, 18 years old. The trade off for me so far has been my near sight has decreased a bit. Not necessarily bad, and it's only been a couple of weeks, so my understanding is that that can still change. So I'm hoping that the nearsighted vision will improve as things heal, which will make me thoroughly happy because this has been a great experience. The procedure itself was not pleasant, but um, I operate kinda like a redhead, so any kind of pain medication I get, it takes more for it to be effective, and they did the eye numbing drops, and I still felt everything almost, um, and the pressure was pretty intense, but, and the anxiety medication that they gave me did nothing. But you chickened out? Oh, man. If you can find a place that will listen to you when you say that you're having some anxiety and that the level of pain medication that you need for, eye drops is XYZ, or when you're having sensations that you can still feel things, you should be fine. I mean, these guys probably would have done more for me had I asked for it, but man, anxiety for that kind of thing is not great. And you walked out. I'm so sorry. I cannot tell you how relieved I am to not have to deal with contacts or glasses anymore. I that was far, far more of a struggle with contacts and glasses than the surgery. And now that I have a little bit of a degradation in my near sight, I don't even care. And it only happens for, like, the first couple of hours after I wake up, and then it, like, sorts itself out. Cassie, Do you mind, kitty? Or I'm gonna make you come on camera and talk to everybody. Goodness. So, now I'm really hoping that, Roxanne's grandmother, I believe her first name was Brenda, and I'm so, so sorry. I'm terrible with names. I forgot mom's first name, and I know I said it out loud to try to anchor it so I would remember, but I don't remember mom's first name. It does happen. Andrew, Josie, do you guys have any plans for this evening? Doing anything fun and exciting? I was kinda hoping some of my non-diving friends and family would jump on and say hello so I could, talk them into becoming scuba divers, but they've not done that. Let's see. Yes, 15 minutes. And I just wanna do a quick shout out in the event that the other Dive Talk friends jump on here. I believe Robin, in the Netherlands just crossed over to New Year's, and I believe FA already crossed over into New Year's. So if you are not here in the States and you are in a different country and it is already January 1st, Happy New Year. And yes, it was laser and it was weird. It was definitely weird. If any members of Dive Talk or your show, of course, come to South Florida, let me know. I can help you out with local area stuff. So, fun fact, Josie, Woody is part owner of a hotel down in Lauderdale by the sea. And typically, when I go to South Florida, that's where I will stay, just because I love the manager of the facility down there. Um, and it is Ocean Treasure. Hi, mom. My mom's watching. Hi, mama. Um, but I will often stay there. It is a fantastic place. Jimmy is amazing, or is it Johnny? It's Johnny. Johnny is amazing. The housekeeper who handles all of the housekeeping, she was fun and fantastic. And everything you could possibly want is in walking distance. Um, Aki dive shop is down the street within walking distance. Um, Amazing food and nighttime, and the water is right there, and you can dive right off the beach. Correct. Well, if I can help with anything else, please let me know. Well, Josie, I am going to come see you anyway. So if I'm in South Florida, I'm just going to figure out how to reach out to you and connect with you, and even if you can't dive, we can do coffee or we can do dinner. I'm social. You lost me for some reason. My mom lost me for some reason. That's okay, mom. And if you all are if any of you are in the giving spirit and want to contribute to Roxanne, I am forever and eternally grateful. I will be are you going to the Mexico trip? The Dive Talk meetup, I will be there. I am going to be one of their trip leaders, so I will be on the Dive Talk meetup trip, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. Just the sheer level of excitement that I have around sure, Gus and Woody are gonna be there. Okay, whatever. But the speakers, have you seen the guest list? Have you seen who's coming to talk? Christina Zanato, Jonathan Bird, Mike Young, Doug Ebersaw, Ed Sorensen. Is he on the list? I can't even remember who. There's so many epically cool people coming. Richard Harris, that I cannot even begin to fathom how I am going to not have my brain just explode with all the cool stuff that is going to be talked about or presented every night while we are in the most amazing dive place in the planet besides, going over to, like, the Maldives or Indonesia because drift diving. I have it, sucks I can't make it, and I did have a lot of fun at the first meetup, though. But see, Andrew, you're part of the, Dive Talk OG crew, so you can't make it this year, there's always next year. I'm taking care of my furry friends tonight with all the fireworks, so wish me luck. I wish you all the luck in keeping your fur family and friends calm and anxiety-free on a very noisy night. Hopefully, it's not as noisy as, say, 4th of July with all the fireworks. You know what? I live in a neighborhood that's one of those tennis neighborhoods or whatever, the fancy tennis court neighborhoods. I don't know what they call them. We have a pool and we have a tennis court, so people think it's fancy. It's really not. And, we have people in the neighborhood who get really serious about their fireworks, and then we have some people in the neighborhood who don't care, but next to our neighborhood, so if this is our neighborhood, there's a house right here next to our neighborhood that loves to shoot guns. Welcome to Georgia. And they are all about firing their firearms whenever they want to, up to and including evenings, weekends, whenever. Have fun, make a post regarding Roxanne, and we can figure out something. Can't wait to dive with y'all again later. Andrew, this will not be the only time that some of us are coming down now that we're getting back into dive season because it's January. We will end up, I don't know, a couple times a month. I don't want to say it out loud because my family's gonna hear it and they're gonna get cranky with me. But I don't know, a couple times a month, maybe once, twice a month, make it down to Florida so I can look. I just became an AMSR, whatever that crap is. No, but I'm gonna attempt to go down a couple of times a month so I can keep my skills. I know, right? Keep my skills up and continue to clock the hours and get the experience I need for continued diving education. But if we need to, I can do one of those whispered things, and I don't know, that doesn't do anything for me. Usually it just irritates the crap out of me. Does anybody else like those ASMR, whatever that is? Those channels are popular. They're stupid popular. Have a great night, Andrew. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a great 2023. Who else do we have here? Andrew, I'm gonna put you and Josie in the drawing for showing up for a calendar. I know a calendar is not that exciting, but the underwater photography is absolutely phenomenal. So even if you just use it for that, you guys will enjoy the calendar. So since I have you guys in here, I know how to find you. Who do we still have? Yes, it's beautiful. So let's give away a calendar. I have a few more minutes left, and I may even I may even come back on later. Let's give away a calendar. Let me pull up my random name selector, and we can give away a calendar. Let's see. Random name selector wheel. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, look, some of you folks are still in there from the last time. Josie, Andrew, Andrew, and not that Woody needs a calendar. Who else we got in here? You like the odds. Andrew, we've got you. Who else do we have up here? Patrick. Patrick already won one. We'll put him back in there again just to see. I know my mom was in there, so we'll give her an entry. Yes, I am just about to jump off. Josie, Andrew, got you, got you, got you. Anybody else still here who wants to be entered into the drawing for the calendar that is by my friend from high school, Stacy, who has incredible underwater photography skills. Let me not show it to you upside down. January. Let's see. That's the wrong direction. I'm not a very good Vanna White, as you can see. And there is your February. I mean, her art, her underwater photography is just stunning. Just stunning. And March is a manatee. Who else is out here who wants to be entered into the drawing for the calendar? Anybody else? If you help me grow the channel, share with your friends, share with your family, tell your mom and them, I'll give you double entries for a calendar. Make sure you like and subscribe and smash the bell icon so when I do weirdness and weird random things like jump on without telling anybody, you know, the fun stuff. Because I have ADHD and I don't plan anything. I'm not very good at planning. That is not my, well, I paid to plan for a living, but when it comes to my personal stuff, I do not plan. I like to live in the moment. Okay, since no one else is going to drop a comment to tell me that they're here because I can't see who's actually here, let's go ahead and do it. And it's spinning. Patrick. Patrick won again. Patrick, are you still here? Do you want another calendar? You do have 2 children at home. He may not even be here. There you are. Give it to someone else. Only need 1. Fair enough. Woo. Let's spin again. Andrew. I know how to find him. And then let's see. And let's do it one more time. Josie, you and the other one. Do you need the address again for it to send me? Hi, Ashley. So nice of you to jump on. You missed the story time. I had an amazing story time. Ashley is a fellow female diver who I absolutely love and adore. Ah, dang it. You can catch it on the replay, baby. I have 4 minutes before I'm supposed to be outside in the cul-de-sac to meet the neighbors. Josie, do you still need the email address so you can send me your address so I can send you the lovely calendar? You're going to love, love, love the photography in this thing. It is just breathtaking. It is Terry at scubagirlsinternational.com. Here, I'll even drop it down here for you so you can just copy and paste. Oops, almost. You'll have to fix that. There is not a P in there. I wonder if I can tag her. Nope. Nope, because she's not actively here. I can't tag her in it, but that's okay. But I've got about 3 minutes left. So, essentially what happened today on my shift at volunteering at the aquarium, Ashley, is a young girl, 14 years old, taller than me by a long shot. You and I could probably stand on one another's shoulders, and she would still be taller. Today was her 14th birthday. She came to the aquarium and wanted to become a scuba diver and got all excited when I told her that I was a scuba diver. And I'm essentially going to figure out how to fundraise to raise money to get this girl and her mom through the basic open water education and certified. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, yeah. I will put money on it today that this young lady is gonna end up becoming an instructor. Just know it. She's only 14, but I can already see it in her eyes. So I'm gonna help her start her dive journey. I don't know how Imma do it, but Imma do it. And then I told her that when after she finished her certification, that I would interview her here on the channel, and that way she can show her friends and her family and, show off her accomplishment because that's a big deal. I will email you. I'd rather give you my address. That's fine. Just send me an email because if not, then if I try to write it down now, then I will probably lose it. You could just email me your address because I have others I need to mail also. Well, fishes, it is about that time. We're supposed to meet the neighbors outside. Here, look, I'll show you. You can't see anything. Boo. You can see the reflection in my office. Yay. There. Otherwise I'd say, "Look, that's where I'm gonna go. Say hi to the neighbors." Um, thank you, Ashley. Happy New Year. I hope you and Justin have a wonderful evening. You know what? I need to figure out what's gonna be the best way to help Roxanne. Um, I honestly don't know if I can figure out what shop she's going to, we can go buy gift cards from them, right? Just directly send them the money and it go directly to her. If they haven't settled on a shop, maybe what we do is you guys Venmo me, I send her, invite her on, and then give it to her. So she and her mom can take that money and go get certified. Or I want to find a way to be completely transparent and above board with anyone who donates, so they know that she's getting the money and it goes directly towards her scuba education. 'Cause then we're gonna follow her the whole way, and then we're gonna show everybody how she's doing, and then we're gonna make her come talk about it and show her friends and family, and then we're gonna follow her for a while because this girl's gonna do something with herself with diving, I just know it. Happy New Year, Josie. All right, y'all. I may be back before midnight just because I absolutely love talking to you guys. And I know there's not a whole lot of people I'm expecting this evening, but I hope you guys, if I don't come back for some reason, I hope you have a wonderful new year and a happy, 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 and exciting and prosperous and rich 2023 because 2022 has absolutely stunk up the joint. I'm ready for 2023 to come in and be amazing for all of us. Get your dive list together and start making a list of where we're all going to go for 2023. So maybe we can all meet up somewhere and go dive together because I would absolutely love that. Ashley, I am looking directly at you, girl. I need to go dive with you. love you, Josie. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out for now, and I will be back if I can later this evening before the ball drops. Have a wonderful night. Talk to you guys soon. Mwah.